And our government have allowed this country to take advantage of us. We're saying enough, it's enough. This is the end of the road for the illegal foreigners in our country who are here in our country illegal. We say pack your bags and go back where you came from, because you're no more welcome in our country. You have taken advantage. Enough, it's enough. We need to fight for this country. I'm calling for all the Indian South Africans who are in this country, who are South Africans, to fight for this country. I'm calling for all the white South Africans to fight for this country, because we can.
Quite right, Iman. There are increasing calls. In fact, right now I'm joined by someone that has been trying to register, but unfortunately has been unable to register due to certain challenges. I'm just going to bring him into the conversation just to explain to us those challenges that he is faced with. Baba siyabonga kakhulu ukukhuluma nansi namuhla ekseni. Ngicela nje siqale ngokuthi uyazama ukuregister, kwenzakalani, silandisele ngodaba lwakho.
Eqinisweni ngiyazama ukuregister. Sekuphela iminyaka emibili manje. Akwenzeki lutho, ngiyawafaka amaphepha ngikhonjwe la.
We've made a lot of countries rich while our country is getting bankrupt. We cannot allow our government to keep on making other countries rich.
Our permits will be like this. We are not going to use the paper anymore. If you can check here, when we get into your shop after you have qualified.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. You could be watching me from South America, you could be watching me from North America, you could be watching me from Asia, you could be watching me from Europe, you could be watching me from Australia, you could be watching me from Africa, the mother continent, you could be watching me from the Caribbean, you could be watching me anywhere around the world. Maybe it's also the first time you come across my YouTube channel. Maybe the first time you come across my face. Maybe it's the first time you come across my voice. You probably asking yourself, who is this guy? My name is Hlulani, the Tsonga Prince from South Africa. You're probably asking, what is he really talking about? We're talking about Africa, we're talking about South Africa, we're talking about the world, what's happening around the world. But most of all, I'm here to defend my country. For the past 3 months, 4, 6 months, I've been talking mostly about my country, about these people who have came to our country to take advantage of our country. We're simply saying that we don't want illegal foreigners in our country, because they've taken advantage of our country, and our government have allowed this country to take advantage of us. We're saying enough, it's enough. This is the end of the road for the illegal foreigners in our country who are here in our country illegal. We say pack your bags and go back where you came from, because you're no more welcome in our country. You have taken advantage. Enough, it's enough. And guys, this thing that I need us to also talk about. Today is the last day of the registration for Spaza Shop. And I don't understand that why is it our people are still struggling. And this process, it was supposed not to be for South African people. Maybe for those who are in the country legally and who also qualify to register those Spaza shops. Not for our South African people, but for funny reason, our government is making our people suffer because of illegal foreigners that they've brought in our country. We're simply saying, enough, it's enough. We cannot allow our old people going post to post, being told to go there, go there, go there, go there, because of the failure of our government. I just want to say this. ANC, I think you also know that you have failed the country. DA, also you have failed this country. EFF, you have failed this country by inviting illegal foreigners in our country. The DA continues to not want to chase these people who are in our country. Guys, in this country, we've got Indian South African, black South African, white South African, colored in South African. But to be honest, I must be honest, I must call a spade a spade. It looks like it is only us who are fighting for this country. I'm calling for all the colored people, wherever you are. We need to fight for this country. I'm calling for all the Indian South Africans who are in this country, who are South Africans, to fight for this country. I'm calling for all the white South Africans to fight for this country, because we cannot be the only one black South African fighting for this country, and you guys, you just want to sit and benefit the hard work that we're putting into the street, or the hard work that we're doing to this country, and you just want to sit and enjoy the freedom of doing nothing. So I'm calling, I'm not saying all of you, I'm just calling, you need to be part of what's happening in our country. You can see what's going on in our country. Our people are suffering. Black, white, Indian, and everybody. We are all suffering. And most of these things are caused by illegal foreigners who are here in our country taking the opportunity that belongs to us. And we need to say all the illegal foreigners, they must pack up their things and leave. They must pack up their things and leave our country. We simply say we are tired of you. Your time is up. Enough, it's enough. So guys, let's work together as South African. Let's fight the crisis that we're having in this country. We cannot sit and watch what's going on. So guys, I'm gonna play just only 2 videos. I'm gonna make this video very short, but I'm disappointed that the elders are still being sent left, right, and center, especially the pensioners that are trying to provide for their families, because their families don't have somebody who's working or somebody who's doing, who have a job in their family, but they've been taken post to post by our government. We're simply saying this process was not even meant for illegal foreigners, because we don't want illegal foreigners in our country. This process was meant for they say for South Africans and for the legal people, but for me, I would say this process was supposed to have been for the legal foreigners who are in our country, not for the illegal foreigners in our country, because it seems like these illegal foreigners that are trying to register Spaza Shop. And what I've seen is that on social media is that these illegal people, because they know they're illegal, one person is registering 10 Spaza Shop, even 20 Spaza Shop, to share it with their brothers and sisters, because they don't want to leave our country. That one person who's legal to be in our country, he's registering a lot of people for them to own Spaza Shop. And this Spaza Shop, or these small businesses, it is meant for South African. I don't understand why our government is not exercising our laws and our constitution, because our constitution does not allow them to be having Spaza Shop, but our government is still registering them. I don't understand how it works. Look, we've allowed these people to take advantage of our country. Enough, it's enough. Where do you draw a line and say this cannot continue to go as business as usual? Because it's not as business as usual. We need our people to really get jobs, and we need to protect our country, guys. We cannot allow whatever's going on in our country. We need to stop them. We have a beautiful country. We need to defend our beautiful country, because if we don't defend this country, we're going to have problems. We're going to have serious problems. We cannot allow to have a country that's lawless. We need to bring a rule of law back to our country. We cannot allow these people to do whatever they're doing. Guys, let me quickly play you maybe 2 clips. There was another clip that I wanted to play you. Maybe I'm going to do another video. I'm going to make this video very short. Let me play you this clip of this father who is complaining.
Quite right, Iman. There are increasing calls. In fact, right now I'm joined by someone that has been trying to register, but unfortunately has been unable to register due to certain challenges. I'm just going to bring him into the conversation just to explain to us those challenges that he is faced with. Baba siyabonga kakhulu ukukhuluma nathi namuhla ekuseni. Ngicela nje siqale ngokuthi uyazama ukuregister, kwenzakalani, silandisele ngodaba lwakho.
Eqinisweni ngiyazama ukuregister, sekuphela iminyaka emibili manje akwenzeki lutho. Ngiyawafaka amaphepha, ngikhonjwe la kungenzeki lutho, namanje akwenzeki lutho. Into eyenzakala mangithi ngiyawusebenza umsebenzi, kufika amaphoyisa angibophe. Nawo ngiyenzile lento emaphoyiseni, amaphoyisa akenze lutho, angenzeki lutho nje. Nomasipala uyafika kumina ekhaya, ngiye kuona ema-ofisi eHillcrest, bangikhombe enkosini ema-ofisi aseMaritzburg, ngiye nakhona kumanje akwenzeki lutho. hayi uthi angenzi lutho ngiyayenza into esemthethweni kodwa abafuna ungenzela lutho bangicindezela nje kwasabona.
Udaba baba olukhulu obhekane nalo inkinga eyenza ukuthi ungakwazi ukuregister ithini inkinga yomhlaba noma inkinga yokungawathola amaphepha.
Eqinisweni umhlaba nginawo senginayo indawo yokwenza wona lo msebenzi ngicindezelwa phezukwalo amaphepha mina nginawo ngenza yonke into efanele kodwa akwenzeki lutho angazi kudalwa yini lokho.
Uma uxoxisana nomasipala ngokuthi bekubuyisela amaphepha akho ukuze uzokwazi ukuqhubeka nomsebenzi bathini?
Umasipala ungikhomba eMaritzburg kwezomhlaba ukuthi angiye ema-office ngaye ema-office ngikwenzile konke bashaya itembu bathi bazongifonela kuze kube manje angikafonelwa.
Manje njengoba ulana nje namuhla yini othemba ukuthi izokwenzeka ngalolu daba lwakho?
Angiboni lutho into ezokwenzeka nje ngeke ngisizakale ndawo ngoba bangithembisile bona ukuthi bazongifonela akwenzeki lutho kuthulekile nje.
Sesigcina baba singakakudedeli isifiso sakho kahle kahle ufuna ukubona senzakala ngaleli business lakho isiphi sona?
Ngifuna ukulungiselwa ilunge lento yami. Ilunge lento yami ngikwazi ukuphilisa ingane zami zu4 abafana abasebenzi nonkosikazi akasebenzi nama ngisebenzi sengikhola impesheni mina ngeke ngikwazi ukondla labafana abawu4 ngoba basizakala indawo awutholakali nomsebenzi awukho inkinga yami lapha.
So guys, for those who don't understand this Zulu, and I know a lot of, I've got also international audience, I've got a lot of subscribers from outside the country. Basically, he's complaining about one thing again that we've been saying here is that he's struggling to register his own Spaza Shop, and he's been sent to different offices to Pietermaritzburg to go register there. They have stamped some of his documents. They promised him to call him back. They have not called him back. And he's saying he wants his Spaza Shop to be registered. He wants his things to start working because it's tiring to go up and down. And he has 4 children who are boys, and they all depend on him. And he has a wife also who also depend on him. He need to provide for his children. He need to provide for his wife. That's what I'm saying. We don't have jobs. He's complaining there's no jobs in this country because most of the illegal foreigners that are in our country are busy taking the jobs that are meant for South Africans. That's why we're saying enough is enough. And we're not saying we're chasing foreigners in our country. We're simply saying we don't want illegal foreigners in our country because they're not just only taking our jobs, they're abusing our women, they're raping our kids, they're doing all these crazy things in our country. We're saying enough, it's enough. We cannot take this, guys. This is too much. It is really, really, really too much. You can see a father crying just to register his Spaza Shop so that he can able to provide for his children and for his wife, as he's the breadwinner and is also on pension. And our government is making our people go up and down because of illegal people that I don't know why are we still being lenient on these people. These people have taken advantage of our country. And look, guys, we're not only calling for just only Spaza Shop. There's so many hardwares that are being opened in our country, left, right, and center by illegal foreigners. We also want those hardwares to be closed down. Not only the hardwares, there's a lot of saloons in our country opened by illegal foreigners. We want them to close down. Not only that, we want also the restaurants, illegal foreigners who are here in our country opening illegal restaurants. We want those restaurants to be closed, and those restaurants that are also owned by South Africans or by foreigners that are employing those people. And I've had a lot of I will have to go back to the comments there's a lot of restaurants in Johannesburg that are employing only illegal foreigners. It needs to stop. Not only that, we need these fake churches that we have around our country. We cannot have a church in one. We cannot have 3 churches, 5 churches in one street or around the same area in our country, where we're not used to that. We only knew there were few churches, but now we've got churches, fake churches in all over our country. We need those churches to be closed down. We want all the churches that are here in South Africa to be run by South African. If these churches are run by Zimbabwean, Nigerian, or whatever country you're coming from, we need to close down those churches. We don't want churches that are being run by illegal foreigners in our country. Not only that, we don't want these fake traditional healers that are coming to our country and coming to lie to our people. It needs to stop. Not only that, these cell phone shops that are here that are run by illegal people, they need to close down, because most of the phones that are stolen are going to these illegal phone shops. We need to close them down. Enough, it's enough. We cannot tolerate nonsense, because this is our country. If we don't defend our countries, guys, we are going to suffer big time. We need to start defending this country. We cannot allow the things that are happening in our country to continue to happen as the way they're happening. So, guys, we cannot have a country that does not have laws, or people are going to come to our country not follow our law. We have made a lot of countries rich while our country is getting bankrupt. We cannot allow our government to keep on making other countries rich when our people are suffering. Our people are suffering. We're saying enough, it's enough. These people, they don't even pay tax. They're taking back the money back to their countries. We are simply making their countries rich while they're here in our country, when they're contributing nothing to our country. We're saying enough is enough. Let me play you this last clip, guys, before I waste too much time.
But I'd like to bring in the MMC of Local Economic Development, Theodora Mosala, just to take us through how far Mangaung Metro has gone in terms of registering some of these Spaza Shop owners in terms of numbers.
To date, we have addressed 2,524 community members who have interest to run Spaza shops, and of which some of them are already in the business. But applications received thus far, it's 874. The challenges that we have faced as the city in terms of this process is that you would find that majority of community members who have been running Spaza shops, they are not registered with CIPC or SARS. So those are some of the few challenges that they have encountered. Hence, you have heard them saying they are coming here, some of them for the second time, some of them for the third time. When you check the gazette that was issued by the Minister of COCTA, it states clearly of which documents must one have in order for one to qualify. And as the municipality, as part of making sure that we mitigate any form of corruption, and we have sourced a system, the smart card system. Our permits are going to be, our permits will be like this. We are not going to use the paper anymore. If you can check here, when we get into your shop, after you have qualified to be licensed as a shop owner, our employees, when they come to do their normal verification or checkups to check if all the shop owners are complying, we are going to need this. Here is going to be a picture of the shop owner, all the details, including the address. The other challenge that we have had as the municipality, you will find that the foreigners who are applying for the permits, you'll find that their asylum is saying work and study. And when it says work and study, that means you are not supposed to operate as a business person. So those are some of the few challenges.
Talk to us about some of the issues. I know that as Mangaung, you went out and had an outreach, but also there was an issue of people who were said to be wanting to register for other people.
Yes. That is, I think it's common across the country when we speak with other colleagues from other areas. You would find that in majority, these foreigners, they take women, especially old women, to come and register on their behalf. So because we are working with SARS as part of our stakeholders, before we do anything, before we issue an application form to the community members, we start first by educating them. So COCTA, DSTEA, SARS is part of the facilitators that have been working with us in making sure that our community members understand exactly what is expected of them.
So guys, what I'm going to say I'm happy with what's happening now is that they've got this smart card that these illegal foreigners will not even able to forge those things. I know they'll figure out a way of trying to forge those things, I'm happy to see that, but I'm still not happy to see our South African women being used, especially the old one, to be taken to go register for these illegal foreigners. Is to show you that they don't have papers to be in this country, but they're taking our women to go register with them, or old people to go register the Spaza Shop. It should be stopped. Our government need to stop this nonsense, because we cannot tolerate what's happening here. This is too much for our country. We're asking the government to stop anybody, any shop that is in the system that has been. I'm sure they probably support the document of the person who's helping them and this illegal person. If this illegal person does not even have documents in the system, it's going to be a big problem, because those people, those South African people, they're going to pay big price, because SARS is going to be going after them. If you have a mother who's renting out, if you're a young person, you've got a mother who's renting out the Spaza Shop to these foreigners, make sure that your mother or your auntie or your grandmother or whoever did not give these people the ID, or they did not help them to register, because your mother or your auntie or your grandfather or your father will suffer because of these illegal foreigners. It needs to stop. We cannot continue to help these illegal foreigners to go register for them. The other video that I showed you, you saw one of the lady complaining they've registered everything under her name without her knowing. So we have to stop it. We have to stop it. We cannot continue allowing these people to do what they want to do in our country. Enough is enough. We cannot allow it. We just cannot allow it. We need to stop, because sometimes I sit here and ask myself, this government of ours, it looks like it's moving backwards instead of moving forward. They're just taking us backwards. They're just taking this country backwards instead of moving this country forward. So guys, let me not make this video very long. My name is Hlulani, the Tsonga Press from South Africa. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. My next video will also be coming up. Let's hope this video will come up today. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video, guys. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in my next video. I love you, man. Peace. Sharp.